Hello my friends, welcome back. It is episode 6. And it is time to carry on pushing our way through Yugoslavia. Right, let's clean this mess up. Let's start by deleting these mountaineers, shall we? Have I got steamroller? I do have steamroller. Overrun. Overrun. Now these guys have got envelopment, so they can just get in here. Make that guy surrender. Eh? Oh, it's no surrender, not envelopment. Oh well. That's rough terrain. Okay, I gotta knock away these guys' entrenchment before I hit them. Not sure what the quickest way to get out of here is. Anyway, didn't get it. Not the biggest deal. Okay, some infantry down here. Nothing my scout car can't handle. I don't know if it'd be quicker to just run this through the mountain than it would be to run it around. Let's go, team. Let's go. That's not enough, is it? Nice. Okay. I doubt these villages are worth the effort. Let's move these pioneers here. Keep their attack free. I do need to get rid of that. Put experience on the anti-aircraft gun here whenever I can, because obviously it's a unit that's relatively difficult to level. Okay. He should surrender. All right. Still, I'm not 100% sure about how I'm getting over this river yet. We know that there's an anti-aircraft gun there as well. reach. Yes, you can. Nice. Gonna need a little bit more spice than that, though, if I'm gonna push through there. Let's move this here where it's protected and provides protection. 3 for 9. Still like 13 turns left, so plenty of time to repair the damage. If I need to. Let's get this dive bomber back up to full strength. Same with this. Yeah, what the hell. Otherwise, there is some potential for them to counterattack and do some hurt, so... Okay. I feel like I'm finally getting a little bit more decisive in this game as well. Oh, crap. Oh, well. That's fine, I got plenty of those lying around. Oh, look at this. He's actually where I could actually airport strike him. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, KV2 gained a star. Okay, this should force a surrender. And now... just hit this boy, stand here. Hit them from here, grab the airport. Move the artillery in to defend. And we got some extra infantry in the mountains there. My old favourite murder infantry is going to get ready to go in. Right. Now I can move my fighter in here and just ditch this guy, but we'll attack with this first. Once again, just putting EXP on the AA gun whenever I can. If I remember correctly, aircraft lose like 1% of accuracy for every tile they fly, so having an airport right next to your victim is quite powerful. How far can you go? Quite far. Okay, looks clear. Can presume that they're... yeah. Gonna presume that they're massively entrenched, and I would be presuming correctly. I should probably have put this back in anti-air mode, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Nice. Let's send the waffle over this way, because we need to penetrate through that. Off you go, team. I foresee an easy cleanup here in maybe 4 or 5 turns. Ah, I knew I should have stuck this back in AA mode. Although, to be fair, they're aircraft. It's just crappy strat bombers. They're just crappy strat bombers, so I can definitely ruin their day. Nice. Okay, we're supposed to be able to get up to 4.5 stars, but it doesn't feel like it. Feels like most of my units are stuck at 3.5 stars. Maybe I'm losing the plot. Okay, well this one's definitely gaining EXP fast, owing to its extremely vicious firepower. Oh yeah, we can just bypass. I forgot about the. My Oswald infantry have actually got the glorious bypass. Let's go, boys. Lethal strat bombers are pretty good at bypassing entrenchment. I'm still going to struggle to get through for a bit. Oh, there's a tank back there. Well, that's easy enough to deal with. Oh man, there's way more infantry here than I realized. Ah, they're just reservists, so who cares? Poor reservists. Okay, if I put the waffle here, then I shouldn't have any trouble putting my engineers here. Since they've got readiness, they'll strike first. That should make them very off-putting. I actually might be able to just kill them. Yep. With the whole envelopment tank. Okay, and it doesn't matter that he's on the river because, I mean, do you want to attack that and face the wrath of all that artillery? I mean, I guess this tank could. Can I deploy there? Oh, I totally can. A little bit risky though, because I've got no way to supply them with artillery support. But readiness does mean that, you know, they will be, it will be a rather brutal awakening for anyone attacking. Yeah, let's avoid going nuts, shall we? Let's try and gather my units back together. In a way that makes sense. I mean, don't forget, when we counted the pace of this mission, we counted a pace of like 1.5 or like 1 1/3 tiles per turn. We are already well past more than halfway down the map, and we haven't we really haven't slowed down for anybody or anything, so I think that we are fine. To just push up a little bit. You know what's interesting? These units are not repairing because organically transporting is costing them their attack action. So that's something I need to be careful about. If I'm going to rely on field medic to heal them up. Oh wow, they went for it. Oh, those poor reservists. Oh, those poor reservists. How could they ask them to do that? Oof. Damn. That was cold-blooded. That was cold-blooded by any standards. Alright. Panzer 3H made short work of them. Anyone want free infantry kills? How many infantry kills this thing has got? Not enough to even get 1 point. At least not yet. That's just the regulars, right? Well, we're right at the bottom of the map here with 10 turns to go, so I'm not overtly concerned. Don't know if I should just sit here and farm that infantry for kills. It's going to repair constantly. There are some towns over here which I could take as well. I guess first things first, I need to see what's down here. Okay, at the moment it doesn't look like there's anything. Okay, there's some artillery, but we can deal with that very easily. Let's move the 15 centimeter there to defend. Move the 21 centimeter up to cover the artillery. Okay, maybe they've assembled a mighty defense behind this river. That could be it. send a scout car this way and just have a look around. Send like one tank just to make sure that it's not totally defenseless. In fact, I'll send both of my scout cars that way. If this is going to be a protracted battle across the river, then a scout car is not going to be very useful anyway. Okay, looks clean. Oof. I bet you're filled with regret about that attack. Yeah, this infantry here is just, it's there for bombing. I've never been a fan of needlessly farming the enemy, though. It's, there's a lot of room in this game throughout the whole campaign to just really farm. Every mission can be farmed a lot, but I've never been a fan of it because it's just boring. Leave the grinding to RPG players. Okay, I'm going to move down here and just leave those units where they are. I think that these cities are probably... they've just got these 10 stacks in. And that's it. Well, there isn't even a 10 stack in that one. So I can probably just grab these without too much trouble. Alright, air support's in position. Let's move the waffle down. I'm just moving this infantry without using their attack actions so that they'll heal. Not really seeing anything. Okay. This thing is a monster. The fact that it behaves like artillery just makes it monstrous. So I mean, I can move this KV into this city tile, and any infantry that tried to attack it, that dared to attack it, would face the wrath of this thing shooting at them for something like 23 attacks. And I could put a unit here now, and in fact I will. It's defended by both of these. So it's like, you know, good luck. Good luck. Man. When you have proper, effective artillery support, you can make units so unbelievably unpalatable. Ooh. That was quite the long-range strike. Okay. Wow, that wasn't really any serious damage to speak of. Okay. you down to scout the area. It's a strat bomber, so it's pretty difficult to shoot down with anti-aircraft guns unless you've got a very big one. Okay. Just keep bombing that guy every turn until his entrenchment breaks. Same with this one. Oh, I could shoot him with this for free. Take a little bit to break through that entrenchment, but we'll break through it. Okay, there's an artillery there. Dive, dive, dive! Sure. Okay, an infantry and a tank. Good luck attacking those engineers on the high ground. Okay, we're in tank mode now. Put a little bit of hurt into that anti-aircraft gun just to make sure it can't get any kills. Alright, the surrender matic is getting its dark work done. Stupid victory tank. This thing is going to become a monster. Once it starts gaining more bonuses as well. I mean, 1616 with 1.5x is pretty powerful. Even late war, that would be pretty scary. I mean, sure, it's got the ground defense of a recon car, but that doesn't matter if it always shoots first. Okay, there's another 55. There's another 15 centimeter there. I don't want to charge in. That would be a bad idea. Well, would it though? You think you can stop this monster? It's all soft. Everything here is a soft target. Which means that I can just annihilate. And the waffle will happily hold the line for me. I'll just put the other 15 here. Now these guys have got to somehow penetrate that KV's armor and also survive the waffle bombardment. That is not happening. Time for the old regulars to get some EXP. just fire at random. Okay, I think we're done with aircraft. I don't even think they've got an airport. Okay, they've got this airport. But we're done with aircraft, so... time to put this back down in machine gun mode. Oof. He went for it. Okay. Oh, it looks like these guys are running out. That'll do. Sure, I'm going to take 1 damage, but I think that's fine. Sure, I heard a sound. A bad sound. Wrecked. You know what? We have shock tactics here. I can just rush into this tile and delete this boy. This would make a lovely capture, but it's massively entrenched. And by the time I'm done unentrenching it, it would probably be dead. So... Alright. 6 entrenchment, no entrenchment, 3 entrenchment, 6 entrenchment. And that 75 mil in the town is mega entrenched. Okay, let's hit the cavalry. What am I doing? It's because of this weird bug with the... Oh, he hasn't got any ammo. I'm like, it's because of the weird bug with the combat predictions. It's not. It's just got no ammunition, that's why. That's fine. New Fahrzeug, or whatever. You know, for a country that like loves efficiency, it sure as hell isn't reflected in the names of some of these things. Some of these things could do with some seriously abbreviated name. You know what I can do? Of course, I set this guy up for shredding entrenchment. 2 little touches and all the entrenchment's gone. Wow, what a difference that made. Do you know what? It's fine to put this in the city. No, it's not. It's fine to put this in the city. No, it's not. I hadn't finished repairing my stuff for killing everything. Oh, you can change difficulty and advanced options and everything. I don't want to restart. I actually just want to reload the last turn. The problem that one thing that bugs me is basically there are a lot of here we go. Let's go. Let's just finish up this turn properly. there are a lot of missions which don't end when you take the last hex. And there are a number of missions that do. And it never really explains which is which. Right, I won't change anything that I did. I can just remember what I did. Let's see, I bombed this guy. No, I didn't do it like that. I did it like this. Bombed this guy, took this, moved here. Bombed this guy. Finished him with this. Moved here. Moved him here. I used this to shred this. And I hit this with this, I think. Then I hit this and it surrendered. I had these guys kill this. And I had this tank love tap this. And I think that's where I was. But yeah, some missions they end the moment you take the last hex and some don't. And it's not always clear which is which. Anyway, I don't want my mission to end just yet because I've got some work to do. Plus I need to finish healing up my dudes that self-heal. Although I think most of them that self-heal have actually already done so. Okay, stand there just to block him. Alright, wrecked. Oh yeah, then I moved him here to shred this. No entrenchment for you. I can't remember what I did with this, but I'll do something with it. If I did anything at all. Alright, and then I ended my ambitions of clearing the map by accidentally taking the last hex. I mean, I'm not gonna farm the game like, you know, like we're in a Korean RPG here, but I will at least heal up my units. Okay. I did not finish the job there. I can just finish the job with artillery fire. Poor thing. Get wrecked. Right, this waffle is defending all of this. These two are hard targets and can't be touched, so I can't really move the waffle. That's not an issue. This interdicts these guys so they can't get up here to hit this tank. I don't know if there's anything I really want to do with this recon car. It's obviously a fair bit damaged. I have to avoid the hot potato that is the final hex. Go on, strat bombers, get your kills. Now, you know what's funny is this thing is actually repairing itself, so, I mean, potentially, I suppose you could capture it. Time for the old capture love tap. I'm drowning in money again. Should we swap 2 regulars for a little bit of learns from mistakes EXP? I don't even know if that's really all that much EXP, but hey. It's this one that doesn't have Steamroller yet. In fact, this one doesn't seem to have much of a combat record at all. The unit was commissioned in 1940. It's seen some action, but not... It's not been here. It's not been with us since the beginning. Remember when this unit would have been able to kill both of them using Steamroller? Here we are, in this brave new world of no steamrolling. This unit doesn't have Steamroller. Huh. For a unit that's actually got a hell of a lot of EXP on it, it's interesting that it doesn't have Steamroller yet. Nope. Okay, well, we'll just send it in to do that. Right, goodbye. Goodbye, entrenchment. Maybe they'll repair it next turn. All right, it's a free steamroll I'll take. I mean, tanks are basically the only units that benefit now unless you've got an overrun hero, so obviously I want to get Steamroller on all my tanks. So in that, you know, in one way, nothing has changed in terms of my tanks. In that I'm still trying to get Steamroller on all of them. And I do have a selection of vehicles here that don't have it. Well, the Nerfelfangle. The Nebufarzug Zerg has got it, but these two don't. I think there's a training mission in this DLC. There might be an opportunity to pile EXP on these units. I've been so busy training Steamroller onto everything, and then to have it cruelly snatched away. Right, repairs are complete on all my units. Let's just give him a love tap. Repairs are complete on all my units, right? Yeah, that one. These ones don't self-repair, and the engineers are back up to full strength. And the KVs are back up to full strength. Sweet, everything's repaired. Let's end turn. Let's not end turn, let's end mission. Silly me. Historically, most of the Yugoslavian capital of Belgrade would be captured in the most spectacular of circumstances. A mere handful of German soldiers managed to sneak, fight, and intimidate their way to the center of the city, where they hoisted a German flag. The city's mayor arrived on the scene, and they managed to bluff him into surrendering, despite the main body of the German army nowhere near ready to assault the city. In the end, Yugoslavia's outdated and barely mobilized army could only put up a token resistance against the veterans of the German Wehrmacht, as Boreal would say. While their coup managed to nullify the pact mere days after it was signed, organized resistance then fell apart almost as quickly, having lasted less than 2 weeks. Get wrecked. This is new, you can actually change the difficulty and the options in between missions. I'm not going to, but you can. So, if you've brutalized yourself during your campaign, you can climb down, as it were. Seems a bit harsh. Seems a little bit harsh. All right. I think I've seen the beginning of this mission. I think that's about as far as I got on the live streams. It was ages ago. Quite the advanced opportunity. Oh yeah, it's this mission. I remember it. Far to the west, the Italian spring offensive seems to be about as successful as their last winter offensive. While to the east, the Bulgarians are fighting hard against the formidable Metaxas line. These attacks are tying down a great many Greek troops, and our sudden arrival from Yugoslavia was not something that they were prepared for. Central Greece is open for the taking. We are practically on top of the enemy, so we should be able to scatter them before they have any chance to prepare a proper defense. We do have intelligence that indicates British reinforcements have been rushed in from Egypt. Okay, so, I mean, this... Oh, what another horrible hero. Well, I guess it's better than nothing. You know where that's useful is on an aircraft, because aircraft attack is quite low, and +5 is pretty good for a unit with low attack like an aircraft, like a fighter plane or a torpedo bomber or a dive bomber. But the unit has to be injured. But it might be good for finishing off enemies. I mean, it could be river assault. Let's you know. Let's breathe deeply here. It could be river assault. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take... This is just something I'm going to do while I remember to do it. I'm going to take field repairs off of this KV. Just temporarily. And assign it here so that these boys... this can be repaired. Because I have no... I have no replacement for it. I have no spare stock. Wow, I have 6 spares, but 6 spares is not many spares, so I cannot in good conscience and good faith risk wasting any more. And I think I would be wise to calm down the air support just slightly here, so I can add 2 spy planes. You can over-strengthen them. I'm not 100% sure over-strengthening them is a good idea, but whatever. I've been really hurt these last 2 missions by not having eyes on a giant map. Scouting with recon cars is a method that I have used for a long time to do great things, but with these enormous maps, a recon car just doesn't cut it. There's just too much going on. So it seems to me like it would be wise to deploy some scout planes. Right, I'll think about the rest at another time for the deployment episode. This is one hell of a huge map. However, I have seen this map played, so I know what happens. It's just like the briefing, really. If you block here and block here, these guys become surrounded. And conversely, although slightly more difficult to do, if you block here, here, and here? I think it's these 3 spots. If you block here, here, and here, this whole Greek force becomes surrounded. Or it might just be here and here. In fact, I think it's just here and here and here. These 3 points. Not here. Here, here, and here. So, that makes it pretty easy to win this mighty engagement, as it were. Because, as we all know, being caught in a surround is just death in this game, and it doesn't take long. Alright, that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.